She has gone viral, all right? She's gone viral over hot girls eat Arby's. Yeah. She was wearing this outfit, this arrangement into the Chicago Sky game. Of course, the Indiana Fever, I would like to say beat the brakes off the Sky, but really it felt like they underachieved a good bit.
Sophie Cunningham threw on an Arby's t-shirt and, without even trying, hijacked the entire WNBA news cycle. One slogan, one shirt, 800,000 sold, and suddenly a fast food chain was outpacing the league's ticket sales. You couldn't make up this kind of absurdity. Meanwhile, in the background, Angel Reese sat quiet and pouty, likely scrolling her mentions, wondering why it wasn't her jersey selling out. What started as a joke ended up exposing the WNBA's biggest marketing problem, and no, it's not curly fries. One woman's raw authenticity just outperformed the league's entire polished branding machine. Sophie didn't just wear the shirt, she became the story. If you're backing Sophie, drop a "Red Hot Sophie" in the comments.
Sophie Cunningham's t-shirt became a marketing phenomenon. Sophie Cunningham currently plays for the Indiana Fever and has now become one of the most recognizable WNBA players. And for Barbie night, she pulled up wearing a shirt that said "Hot Girls Eat Arby's," and the internet lost it. But here's the real backstory. A few months earlier, Sophie posted a video rating Arby's. And that video is just her being authentic in herself. And that puppy went viral.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and give Arby's a solid 9 out of 10.
Then following this, the phrase "Hot Girls Eat Arby's" started flying around. And it turns out that Arby's has been saying this since 2023.
Somewhere along the way, the WNBA's priorities shifted, less about basketball, more about brand battles, Instagram shade, and going viral for everything except the game itself. The scoreboard feels like an afterthought, the stat sheet optional, but the drama? That's a full-time gig. It's like the shot clock's ticking down to the next tweet, not the next bucket. In the middle of this reality show meets basketball circus, Sophie Cunningham lit up the internet, not with a highlight reel crossover, but with an Arby's tea and zero PR script. No staged beef, no choreographed TikTok, just curly fries and unfiltered charm. In a league starving for something real, she served it up hot, and it landed harder than any buzzer beater this season.
We know somebody that has gotten ridiculously popular this year with the Indiana Fever. I made a prediction that she was going to be the second most popular player on this team by the end of the year. And then, of course, there was the big incident during the Connecticut Sun game. And by the end of that game, she was known as Caitlin Clark's enforcer, right? The one that's got her back. At times, it feels like the only one that's got her back, if I'm being quite honest.
She's not running isolation plays, she's isolating the truth. No glam squad touch-ups, no Photoshop filters, no PR stunt pretending to be personality. Just Sophie, unapologetic. Curly fries in one hand, the entire league's marketing playbook in the other. Meanwhile, players like Angel Reese are chasing clout like it's a loose rebound, cooking up fake beef for clicks, and posting TikToks that look more like a love and basketball casting call than a pro athlete's feed. Sophie. She's unbothered. No gimmicks, no thirst traps, just straight talk and 800,000 shirts flying off shelves like it's a clearance sale on Common Sense. In a league hooked on image, she's winning with something truly dangerous, being real. And apparently, that's the most unstoppable move in the game.
Let's talk about Arby's. She is now on the Arby's payroll. Decided that it was a match made in roast beef heaven. Hot girls eat Arby's. No knock on Arby's, Sophie, but if you give Arby's 9 out of 10, I'll take you to Racks. I'll buy you some Racks, and I think you will find that hot girls probably eat Racks. Arby's has a new spokeswoman, and it just so happens to be Sophie Cunningham. Yeah, that's right. Sophie Cunningham, who took to her social media to discuss how much she enjoyed a trip that she made to Arby's.
It's like someone cracked a window in a stuffy room and let a gust of honesty blow through, and judging by some of the side eye, it knocked a few glued-on lashes loose. When a player like Sophie Cunningham starts pulling real, unscripted fan love, the league gets nervous. She's not part of the curated Instagram sorority. She's not dancing mid-game after shooting 2 for 10. And she's definitely not staging choreographed bestie moments just to make it into a WNBA hype reel. Sophie's off-script, off-brand, and exactly the kind of fresh air fans didn't realize they'd been missing.
Sophie Cunningham has broken the internet in multiple ways over the last day. All right, the other day, before the Chicago Sky game, this Barbie, and let's be real, let's be honest. If you were going to cast somebody as Barbie, there's a good chance you'd take a long, hard look at Sophie Cunningham.
That's why people gravitate toward her. In a league drowning in performance art, Sophie's just there, no wigs, no heavy filters, no personality strategy sessions, just basketball, blunt truth, and an oddly powerful Arby's moment. And maybe that's exactly what fans want, athletes who actually act like athletes. Wild concept.
Let's get it! Burn! Lack of awareness combined with a lack of ability to jump, not great! Burn!
Me bow, me bow, me bow, me bow, me bow, me bow, me bow.
Yeah! Again! Do it for me. Me bound! Burn!
It's the same reason Caitlin Clark flipped the entire WNBA narrative without pandering to anyone. It's why Aaliyah Boston cuts through the noise like a walking fact check. They're not chasing viral moments, they're iconic simply by showing up and performing. And that scares people, because when fans start gravitating toward the unfiltered and unscripted, all the smoke and mirror branding strategies start to glitch. That forces an uncomfortable question: if the WNBA still can't figure out how to turn its actual stars into household names, what are we even doing? The talent is unreal. The presence is magnetic. But the machine keeps chasing gimmicks over greatness, TikTok clout over toughness, catchphrases over court vision, hairstyles over handles, and that disconnect is costing the league far more than just views.
700,000 followers overnight. I don't know if you guys knew, she had like 300 or something less than 48 hours ago. Insane. The enforcer has arrived. And she even posted like twice since then, bro. She's totally taken it to a whole new level. Like, Caitlin Clark has a new star. This is like a new star in the WNBA. People ain't gonna like it. People aren't gonna like it. Trace Leches, you know what I'm saying? Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, and Lexi Hull, which, by the way, kind of was obsessed with her before she even came along.
It's starting to feel less like a sports league and more like a sneaker-wearing beauty pageant. The currency isn't points or assists anymore, it's selfies, subtweets, and whose nails sparkle the brightest under arena lights. And in all that noise, the real hoopers, the grinders, the locked-in pros who let their game do the talking are getting drowned out.
Caitlin Clark's teammate Sophie Cunningham's jersey has officially sold out on the Fever website. And this comes the same week as the chippy foul that led to some ejections at the end of the game. It was a bit of a revenge foul taken up for Caitlin Clark after a hard foul on the other end. And then immediately a petition online from the Caitlin Clark haters to have Sophie Cunningham removed from the WNBA. We're trying to get folks to sign it. They said what she displayed tonight was disgusting. Yeah, it was a hard foul, but now it has the Caitlin Clark fans rallying around her, buying up her jerseys to the point they've officially sold out. Fortunately for this petition, I think they just turned Sophie Cunningham into a new WNBA A-list super.
That's why Sophie's moment hit so hard. It was authenticity versus algorithm. No character to play, no glam team approving the outfit, just a t-shirt, a smirk, and a vibe. And instantly, you could sense the panic from players whose entire public persona runs on attitude without output. Sophie just proved that fans gravitate to real faster than they ever will to scripted. The visibility matters crowd suddenly went quiet when the spotlight didn't follow their playbook, because nothing exposes the performative like someone winning without the performance.
One thing I like about Sophie is that she's tough. So when Caitlin Clark last week, or not last week, a couple days ago, when Caitlin Clark got destroyed, her girl Sophie came to her defense, and this was the most beast mode thing that I've seen a woman do in WNBA history. Now, Sophie, who's my one of my favorites now, She's become one of my favorite WNBA players. I'm gonna watch her too, like I watch Caitlyn. Look at what she did. And people may not say that this was in response or whatever the case may be, but I feel like Sophie is like, you want to play?
Sophie Cunningham is the nightmare scenario for the curated chaos crowd, a fan favorite with zero manufacturing. And the real story isn't just Sophie, it's what she represents, a seismic shift in what fans actually crave. Not influencers in sneakers. Not reality TV rivalries dressed up as basketball. They want athletes who feel genuine, who put in the work, and who don't need weekly theatrics to justify their spotlight. Sophie's rise didn't come from a PR war chest, it came from consistency, honesty, and just enough quirk to make her relatable. And that's exactly why it's threatening. It proves the league's been chasing relatable the wrong way all along.
To the arena yesterday, wearing that. There she is right there. Let's just bring this up. Over at Tater Report. There she is right there. Hot girls eat Arby's. I can only imagine, and I have no idea. I would assume this is some kind of sponsorship with Arby's, right? Right there. I don't know. The roast beef sandwich jokes just sort of write themselves at this point. And just like that, I want a cheddar melt.
All it took was a fast food t-shirt for Sophie Cunningham to outperform the WNBA's last 3 marketing pushes combined. No media blitz. No influencer collab. No staged, look at me, drama, just Sophie, a grin, and a $12 Arby's tee pulling more love than half the league stars with triple the PR spend. The narrative shifted, and not because of some boardroom brainstorm. Fans are over the noise and ready to reward what's real. So while Sophie ships another 100,000 shirts without even trying, Angel Reese sits silent and salty, watching her own merch collect dust.
Okay, new strategy, team. Angel, keep doing your part. Everyone else, go rebound her misses! If she keeps missing layups at this rate, she's gonna be serving buttermilk pancakes at Denny's. Butter? Did somebody say butter? Butter pecan! Burn! At a certain point, you just got to applaud greatness. A rebound on her back? Are you kidding? Bang! Simon says, give me another pray-up. How about it? Bang! She really hit under the basket on a layup. Get this girl GPS. Bang! Everybody get up on your feet. It's time to meet and greet the most underpaid athlete. Bang!
And let's be clear, this wasn't luck. Sophie didn't just wander into the spotlight because she threw on an Arby's tee. This wasn't some "oops, I went viral" accident. It was strategy disguised as simplicity. While half the league was choreographing TikTok dances and firing off passive-aggressive tweets, Sophie was playing 4D chess with roast beef and relatability. No stunts. No fake vulnerability. Just a slow burn that erupted into wildfire. Now the game plan's changed, and some players, cough Angel, are scrambling, because the old tricks aren't working anymore.
I'll say that when you are good at basketball, you're pretty, and you got grit, those 3 things make you bad to the bone. And I think this is one of it's new trends that's going on in the WNBA, in my personal opinion, is that not only will you be good at basketball, but you also, some of these women will look like women, right? They used to look like dudes. But now they look like beautiful women that are playing basketball. And one thing I like about Sophie is that she's tough.
Sophie isn't winging it, every move is calculated. The timing, the tone, the delivery, all precise. She's got the emotional intelligence of a top-tier negotiator and the brand instincts of Madison Avenue's best. That Arby's shirt wasn't a gimmick, it was a low-effort, high-impact masterstroke. While others chase clout, Sophie's engineering it, and that shakes the clout chasers to their core. It destroys the idea that chaos, feuds, and endless drama are the only ways to grab attention. She kept it simple, stayed authentic, and made everyone else's smoke and mirror routines look like dollar store magic tricks. Whether it was carefully planned or pure instinct, the result is the same, she's part of a bigger shift. The Caitlin Clark effect is bringing in unprecedented attention, Aaliyah Boston's dominance is commanding respect, and Sophie's riding that wave by being herself instead of forcing the league's tired mold. In a WNBA obsessed with controlling the narrative, she just proved the strongest play can be the one that's completely unscripted.
Take a look, because Arby's saw this and decided that it was a match made in roast beef heaven.
Like, not bad.
They weren't dissuaded, obviously, by the little shade that she threw at them there between enjoying her yummy sandwich, saying that she went away. She doesn't have it often for obvious reasons. Well, what are those obvious reasons, Sophie? Anyway, she is now on the Arby's payroll.
She spotted the shift before anyone else. She saw Caitlin Clark pull in fans who couldn't tell a pick and roll from a dinner roll a year ago. She watched Aaliyah, the enforcer, Boston earn respect without a single scripted quote, just silencing critics with her play. Sophie cracked the code early: no pity grabs, no overproduced branding, just clarity, confidence, and consistency. And here's what's eating certain players alive, especially Angel Reese. Sophie didn't need manufactured drama or fake rivalries to get headlines. She didn't need to center her identity on being the face while riding Caitlin's coattails for relevance. That's the dagger. Reese built her brand around being the spectacle, only to realize she's been the filler episode. Meanwhile, Sophie's the one selling out merch and building a loyal fan base that respects her game, her grind, and her personality, not her Instagram shade game.
If you can see right here, that's Sophie Cunningham. She is the teammate of the year, or at least the Caitlin Clark she is. After Caitlin Clark was pushed to the ground and poked in the eye in the first half of a game against the Phoenix Mercury, she actually late in the game assaulted one of the Phoenix Mercury players in retaliation. And fans loved it. They ate it up. Because look at this. If you look closely, her following on TikTok went from over 300,000, which was great, to almost well over 800,000, probably at 1 million now.
Of course the backlash came. The side eyes, the sly digs, the whispers that Sophie's just riding Caitlin's wave or getting lucky with new fans. As if she didn't take that fresh audience and work it with surgical precision. As if this isn't exactly what the league should be doing, turning momentum into something sustainable. Instead, the WNBA keeps rolling out marketing campaigns that feel like they were brainstormed by a panel of confused influencers. It's almost comical. They spent years begging for attention, and now, thanks to Clark and real ones like Sophie, they finally have it, but they're fumbling because the spotlight isn't landing on their hand-picked mascots. Sophie's not even chasing the spotlight. It's chasing her. Authenticity is magnetic, and fans can sense it instantly. Once you've seen it, you can't unsee how artificial everything else feels.
Sophie Cunningham's jersey is going to sell out tonight. The people have been waiting for this. If the refs are not going to do their job, the players are going to have to be the enforcers themselves. This game was chippy from the beginning, and the refs did not do their job.
The WNBA should be rolling out the red carpet for Sophie, front and center as the model for how to connect with fans without selling out. She's showing exactly how to build a brand that lasts, and yet the league acts like she just lucked into this moment. As if outmaneuvering an entire hype-driven system was some happy accident. News flash, it wasn't luck. It's proof that in a league drowning in forced narratives, authenticity always cuts through. Fans see it, and they're responding, packing arenas, making noise, and buying up her gear until it's gone. Sophie feels like a breath of fresh air in a league that's been running on the same stale drama for years. While others chase clout through petty rivalries and reheated sound bites, Sophie's rewriting the superstar playbook with smarts, substance, and unapologetic realness. Every shirt sold is another reminder that PR spin can't fake what she's got, much to Angel Reese's dismay. If you're riding with Sophie, drop a "Red Hot Sophie" in the comments, hit like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on screen. We'll see you in the next one.